Hey guys, I'm Sam, and I'm driving my life away.
Well, good morning, guys. At the time I'm recording this, it is Christmas Eve. It is just before 9 o'clock. Just logged into DoorDash, getting ready to head to my first order of the day, which is at Chick-fil-A. As you can see, I'm dressed up for the occasion. Got the Santa Claus hat. Got my ugly Christmas sweater. Yes, that's cats meowing to the tune of "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." So, and I know you can't see it through the coat, but it's got cats stuffed into stockings, and it says, "May your Christmas be meowy and bright." I know, it's cheesy, but it is what it is. Anyway, hope your holidays are going well. I know 2020 has been kind of a crazy year. Definitely one of the more down years that I've had to go through in a lot of different ways, but look at it this way. If 2020 was the worst year we could have possibly had, that means 2021 can only get better, so that's our prayer. Let's make the coming year a great one. Let's do our best to try to... Basically, we need to do our part to help each other out, to make the coming year a good one. You know, one of the greatest lines from A Christmas Carol, and one that is often overlooked, Ebenezer Scrooge's nephew is talking to him. This is during the first part of the story. And he says, "Christmas is the only time I know of in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely, and to think of one another as fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys." I think that's important to understand. Guys, I know it's been said 150,321 times this year, but it really is true all the time. We're in this together. And anytime we do anything that divides us, it causes problems. So, let's make this year a good one. Let's do what we can to make the world a better place. Okay, so I've got a fun one here. It wants me to go to Walgreens on the corner of the Vogel Road and the Outer Road. With Walgreens orders, it's one of those where I actually have to go in and do the shopping for the customer. It's one of the rare times where I have to do that. And a lot of times I'm not 100% sure what the customer wants, because the order is written so cryptically. And I'll show you that somewhere up here. I don't want to make the screen too busy, but anyway, for cases like that, DoorDash has provided a prepaid debit card. Basically, when the customer places their order, that money goes onto that debit card, and then I have to go shopping, pay for the order with that debit card, which, again, has the customer's money on it. And then I have to take a picture of the receipt, upload it to DoorDash's cloud so that the customer can take a look at it. and then go from there. So these are always a little more fun than some of the other orders I have to do, but you know, if it makes it easy for the customer, then so be it. You know, one question that I've been asked is, what do I do if an order gets messed up? What happens if I drop off an order and even though it's right there, the customer has declared that it was not delivered? Well, I'll show you. Put a few screenshots up here. I get a text message, looks kind of like this. And then there's a link embedded in that text message that I can click, and it takes me to a dispute resolution form I fill out, kind of like that. Now, there used to be a place where I could submit a photo of, you know, proving that the order has been delivered. For some reason, the dispute forms that they have these days do not have that, or at least not that I've been able to find. So, move around this guy here. But in any event, there are ways to protect me as a DoorDash driver. You know, this is an actual occurrence that happened. It shows you the date and time when it happened. I do, or did, still have the picture. I purged a lot of my pictures from my phone a couple days ago, but I think I did still have that one. And that's been probably a month and a half, 2 months ago. I don't remember. You'll see the screen cap up here showing when that happened. Well, Merry Christmas, guys. I want to drop a special video here today to let you know about some of my favorite Christmas memories. I'm curious to hear what some of yours are as well, so put a little note in the comments section. Let me know about some of your favorite Christmas memories. In terms of some of mine, I would have to say when my dad was living. He died back in 1990, but he had this Andy Williams Christmas record. And, you know, yes, I'm talking record. This was in the days before CDs. We're talking vinyl here. And he never quite caught on to the concept that if you flip the record over, there's more songs on the other side. So it was always side A of that. Every now and then we'd hear side B, but side A of that record.
To turn left onto Old LeMay Ferry Road.
Probably 8-9 times a day, every day, from, I would say, late September, early October, on through late January. That was how Dad got in the Christmas spirit. So the year that he died, I don't know if this was our way of healing, or if it was just out of spite, or just because things had been kind of dark that year and we wanted to lighten them up a little bit. But we put on John Denver and the Muppets. And yes, we played the whole record, not just side A. So yeah, listening to Andy Williams Christmas records always reminds me of my dad. I would have to say another one of my favorite memories. This is technically a birthday memory because it was an early birthday present for me. My birthday is in January, for those who don't know.
Continue on
But
Old LeMay Ferry Road,
due
6
to
miles.
the timing of things, this had to be done at Christmas. And once I explain the situation, you'll understand. I think this was about 3 or 4 years ago. A friend of mine took me to dinner at Helen Fitzgerald's. Great place to eat if you've never been there. And then took me to see what was at the time the latest Star Wars movie. And I forget which one it was. I think it might have been Rogue Squadron. But that was another very pleasant memory of mine. Oh, going back to 1990, that same Christmas after Dad died. Was another kind of interesting memory. My sister and I are opening our Christmas presents, and I open up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. We have an old Atari 2600. This thing doesn't fit. My sister caught on to this a little sooner than I did. I was kind of slow on the uptake, probably with everything going on that year. But my sister saw the big present before I did. Once I saw that there was still one present left open, and it was about the right size and shape, I caught on to what was happening. My sister caught on a little sooner than I did, but that last present was an NES. So that opened up a whole new world of video gaming possibilities. But you know, it's interesting that we got into the NES a couple of months before the Super Nintendo dropped, because Super Nintendo came out summer of '91. But prior to that, we'd had an old Atari 2600, and I think to me, that's where I got my love for retro games, because some of my earliest childhood memories were attached to the Atari 2600 and the NES. And a lot of that informed who I am today. In fact, a lot of what I do I would consider retro. The car that I drive is a Chevy HHR, which has kind of that retro style. I definitely, I don't much care for music from the 90s or beyond, but give me pretty much anything prior to that. I mean, we're talking going back to the 30s and 40s. I could listen to that all day. You know, everything from the Beatles, which is one of my favorite groups, Paul McCartney and Wings, tying in there. I guess you can tell who my favorite Beatle was at that point. But even going back to Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, the crooner kings of the 30s and 40s. You know, a lot of who I am, I would consider retro. And I think a lot of that had to do with the way that I was brought up, listening to the Andy Williams Christmas record, playing on the old Atari. So, what about you guys? What are some of your favorite Christmas memories? Leave a comment in the section below. And guys, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And to paraphrase a line from the TV show MASH, here's to the new year. May she be a dang sight better than the old one. May we all be home before she's through. And yes, I said dang because that's about the limit of my foul language. I won't go any stronger than that, but that's just who I am. Anyway, so again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Stay safe out there.